Ooh, yep.
Ooh, yep.
Ooh, yep.
Ooh, yep.
Ooh, sucking on chili dog.
In the heartland.
In our same two American kids sucking on the same chili dog. Hey, speaking of sucking.
Oh, yeah? Do tell.
Vampire.
Vampire.
However, before I use that really good segue, I'm going to ruin it by going backwards.
Uh-huh.
If you have photos of your Spirit Halloween, send them.
Post them in our Discord.
Discord link below. Thank you.
Below. In the heartland. And then don't sweat it if you don't have a Spirit Halloween.
Use your Lowe's.
Home Depot. What's the other hardware store that's like a
Ace?
East Coast? No, not Ace.
True Value?
No, not True Value. It's like an East Coast thing.
Menards?
Menards. That's the one.
Harbor Freight?
No, they don't do Halloween.
Our Harbor Freight has a little Halloween thing in front.
Oh, what the fuck? Mine don't. Man,
Yeah.
it's fucking hot out here.
Anyway.
Yeah,
So
if you got a retail that's got Sport Piss, fucking Big Lots, I don't care. Sucking chili dogs. Segway.
Oh, yep. So last video, Kendall discussed some workplace haunt, right?
In episode 1 of My Job is Haunted, TM.
I also work in a place that's scary. How do I broach the subject? So I told this story, I think, 2 Halloweens ago, because we didn't do it last year. I think I told it the year before last. On a stream that you were not present for.
Yeah, I must have not been there because we were joking about haunted jobs.
Yes.
And Max brought up casually the vampire, and I'm like, hold up. The what? And he's like, yeah, the vampire. And I'm like, dude, when did you ever encounter a vampire? I've never known this. So
the vampire.
The vampire.
I've heard a few vampire stories, but none that have really grabbed me. Well, that's not true. I've heard a few, and it's so few far between, you know.
Right.
However, here I am with the vampire story. Welcome to Unexplained YouTube. I work. I have to be vague with where I work, but I work in a big hospital, and particularly I work in the nutrition, and it serves a lot of people. It serves more people than you can fathom, you know. And at the time, I was working night shift. It was me. Often it was just me and 2 other people. I had a grill cook.
And a vampire.
Yeah. I had a grill cook who would run the flat top, and I had a cashier, and I had me. I was running it. I was the new one. So they put me on night shift, of course. And I kept noticing, this is over a course of, oh gosh, I don't know the span of time, maybe several months to a year, there would sporadically be this guy that would come in. And again, this is night shift. We're talking any time between, you know, after the sun goes down to 4 a.m, right? And at night, it's pretty dead. Like, you only need 3 staff. So you could get by with 2, honestly. But it's pretty dead at night. And it's a big hospital, and it's already a little freaky, and I've got a ton of other stories, but this is the one I'm going to focus on. But I would notice this guy coming in at night, and he would, and to sort of lay out the scene a little bit, it's essentially a food court, and there's probably 8 stations that are open in a sort of a horseshoe pattern with a salad bar in the middle. Big salad bar, not little, like pretty big. Not like you go into like a, you know, a grocery store kind of salad bar. Like, this is like you've gone into like a Sizzler. Like, there's no one knows what Sizzler is anymore. Like, you've gone into like a Golden Corral, if you know what that is, or something. You know, like, it's full size salad bar. These are full size kiosks. It's you are in what is essentially a mall food court. And it empties up into a huge dining room. Like, huge, fucking giant dining room. Could probably seat 200 people, 300 people. And it often does in the middle of the day, but not at night. Man, it's you know what? It probably fills more than that now that I think of it.
Right.
But at night, you would get stragglers of like maybe the most you'd see at one time is 8 people at once, and they'd be on their breaks coming down to get their lunch or whatever. But there was always this one guy. He would come down. He would wear all black. And not like a duster or anything, just black, like a black polo, like a black button-up and black pants. His hair was pulled back, and it was black. And he would walk around looking at all the... because the stations were all closed except the flat top. Mm-hmm. He would walk around the food court section where all the stations were and look at everything. And then he wouldn't stop at the grill and get anything. He would just go on back out. And he did this a lot. And I was like, man, what the fuck was this guy doing? You know, like, he never buys anything. He never asks anything. He never does anything like that normal customers do. He just walks around. So I kind of take more and more notice of him as he does this a lot. Right. You know, he has this way about him. I haven't seen him in a long time. He had this way about him. And I really hesitate to say float, but he had this way of moving that was very, it was very weird. You know, it was very, like, I don't walk like that. I haven't seen anyone walk like that unless they're like impersonating a cat, right? Like it's weird. He was very light on his feet, to say, to try and be the most realistic way of explaining it or whatever. There were a few strange events before I get to the main event of the dude. So one night, this lady comes in and she goes to my cashier and she's like crying. She's like bawling. And this is a hospital. That's not unheard of, to have somebody come in and they're emotionally like fucked up, right?
Yeah. It's
pretty common. And if hospitals are anything, they are never boring. So my cashier comes and gets me and she says, oh man, this lady, she's like, I don't understand what she's saying. She's crying. So I go up to the lady, say, well, how can I help you? And she is like, I've lost my husband. And immediately I'm like, oh God, shit. Okay.
Right.
Thinking he's passed on. Right.
Right. That's what I would think too.
And I hadn't dealt with this. I've dealt with this since, but I hadn't dealt with this at the time. And I was alone on night shift with 2 crew, you know?
Right, yeah.
And I was like, oh, here we go. Like, there's nothing but going in, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, have a seat and all this stuff that you try and do, that you're trying to feel like is right.
Yeah.
And she pulls out her phone and she says, no. I've lost my husband. Like, I can't find him.
Oh.
And I said, oh, okay, that's it. That's a colossal relief. You have no idea. However, she was still like crying. And she pulled out her phone and her husband had like phone locator on. You know, whatever iPhones do that shit. I don't have an iPhone, but like that, you know, where you can like track your friends. Yeah. Or your husband in this case. And it showed him as just down the hall. And unfortunately, I couldn't tell you if he was on our floor or above us or below us or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I knew that geographically he was just down the hall by looking at her phone. Yeah. And I told her that. And I said, okay, have a seat. Let me call an officer here to escort you to find him, you know.
Yeah, that's smart. Get security to help.
I turn around and the fucking guy, the vampire, is leaning on the wall. Never seen him lean on the wall before. He's leaning on the wall next to the phone.
Ooh.
Not next to the phone, but across from it. Knowing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like, I've got to look at him as I use the phone because there's a phone in the lobby. Mm-hmm. And he's like leaning on the wall. I've never seen him do this before. And he's just staring at me.
Ooh.
And really creeped me out. Called the officer, hang up, tell the lady, okay, sit here. I got to go in the back because I did have to go in the back. I think I was baking cookies or something, you know. and when you're baking this amount of cookies. You do not want them to. I was baking 500 cookies,
Oh, right.
And I had
a commercial kitchen. Yeah.
Yes, and I had to pull them out. So I said, I'll be right back. And I went back there. I opened the ovens up, turned them off, and I went back out there. And that was probably, it was probably really not even a minute. But I'm gonna be gracious and give it 3 minutes, right? But really, it was probably less because I was like, I got to see what's going on. Right. So I go back out there, and the officers there. It's the fastest a cop has ever showed up. And
so it wasn't like campus security. It was an actual cop.
Yeah, we have actual cops.
Oh, cool.
We have actual cops, and we have both, but we have actual cops.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, what's going on? And I told him, I said, it's this lady right over here. And he says, I didn't see anybody.
Oh,
and I look and she's gone. And then I look at the vampire and he's still there, but he kind of smiles to me and he walks down the hall. Right. So
I would have been like, buddy, where'd she go?
I was about to go over and ask him.
Okay.
So I'm and I don't think the cop knew that I was making my way over to this guy to ask him. I think the cop was thinking, I'm going to go look in the hallway. Right. Mm-hmm. And I get to the hallway. And I'm not far behind. I'm maybe 50, 60 feet behind the vampire. I don't see which way he turns. I get out in the hallway. And the hallway you can see 100 yards down either way.
Right, it's a hallway.
And there's no vampire.
Oh, no.
And yeah, there's places he can go. But it's like, what the fuck? And in the back of my mind, I thought, that was weird. That was super weird.
Uh-huh.
So I explain everything to the cop. I say, okay, she was a white lady, probably late 20s, crying. She had a phone. I told her to sit right here. She's not here anymore. I don't know where she's at right now. I told her that her husband was down this way. And he's like, okay, cool. I'll go look. And I never heard anything after that.
Right.
I went to my cashier and I'm like, where did she go? And my cashier said, I don't know. I turned around and she was gone. I never saw her leave. I never heard her leave.
Mm.
And I just thought that was really strange because where that cashier was sitting and with all the hubbub that this lady was creating on a boring night, she would have seen.
Right.
And the vampire was being really weird. Like, I've never seen that guy do that. He always comes in and floats around.
Right.
For lack of a better term. So that was like the first kind of weird incident. No, nothing resolved. Don't know what happened. It was, it was probably a real lady, lost her husband. He called her and she went down the hallway, whatever. Okay. However, it was strange. And I remember it because of how strange it was. So this dude, yeah, what's up?
Oh, well, it sounds like you're going to answer my question. I was going to say, have you seen the vampire since?
Oh yeah. That's the first event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a series of events, man.
Oh my gosh, the saga, if you will. Bro, why haven't you installed a mirror at this point?
We should, I guess. We'll see. So this dude comes in a few more times, and I go up behind my cashier, and this doesn't really have any bearing on the story, but my cashier, she had she had an accent that was very appropriate to say spooky things. Right? And this dude comes in and I'm standing behind my cashier and we're like watching the guy, And I'm like, man, what do you think of that guy? And she goes, what guy? And I said, that guy, the guy that comes in and he never buys anything. He never like talks to anybody or anything. And she goes, oh, the vampire. In like this, just like so matter of fact, and such a spooky accent. Oh, the vampire, right? It's like, oh, jeez, and it hit me. I was like, that's what he reminds me of. He's a fucking vampire. So one night he comes in, and this is after several times, and I decided I'm gonna fucking talk to the guy.
Yeah.
He comes in, does his normal rounds, and I catch him in the middle of it, and I walk up to. I'm not a little person.
No.
I'm 6.5 feet tall. I feel like I'm rather robust. I've worked hard at getting myself to be rather robust, and I don't know. I just, not a lot of people can like match my physical intensity. I go up to the guy, and the guy isn't as big as me in any way. He's average. You know, I would say he's 6 feet, slender. He's very slender. I remember like thinking he was super slender when I got up close to him, you know.
Slenderman, yeah.
And I got up to him, and I was standing, oh man, I mean, I was standing like I was talking to my buddy by the mailbox, you know, like 2 feet from him, right?
Right.
And I'm finally getting a really good look at him. And he's, like I said, he's about 6 feet. He had that kind of like olive skin complexion, you know? Mm-hmm. And it was very distinct. He almost had like this greenish hue to him. And I know that sounds nuts, but he almost had a greenish hue to him. And his skin was so tight, was something else I noticed. And yeah, I mean, people can just have tight skin. I get it. But his skin just seemed so tight around his neck and his jaw. And his hair was pulled back super tight, and it was jet black, and it was a little greasy.
Right.
And I remember his ears kind of, I don't want to say pointed, but his ears definitely came to a tip. And this shit's so nuts, man. This is going to make me sound like a fucking nutshell. I don't care. It happened. It happened. I go up to him, and I'm finally getting a good look. And man, his eyes, dude, his eyes were like, they were this iridescent orange color.
What?
Yeah. They were this like shimmery orange. And I've seen people have this kind of color before in their eyes, but it's so rare. And I feel like it only happens when the sun hits their eyes perfectly. Do you see this sort of color?
Right.
But he just had that color in his eyes, you know? And I was like, holy shit, she was right. This guy's a fucking vampire. He has, I don't know, dude. He looked really creepy. And he has tattoos on his neck. And they were very ornate. They were very I don't know. It was just, everything about it was like shit I had never seen on a human before. So I'm like, hey man, can I help you with anything? and the way he smiled, his like lips kind of like wrapped around the side of his head real slow. And he said, no, I'm good. And okay, this is going to sound very specific, and it's going to sound very bullshittist, but I swear to you, this is how this went down. Yeah. I'm looking at him in his fucking fiery eyes. And in my mind, I remember thinking, why the hell are you here then? Right?
Right.
And I remember him say, I don't know if I remember him saying this with his mouth, but I remember him saying, because I just want to have a look around or something like that.
What?
Yeah. And I just remember like it zapped me. Like that, it zapped me, dude.
Right.
And like, I remember like getting so creeped out. And I can't remember the exact verbiage that was imparted onto me. But I do know, I remember thinking, why the hell are you here? And it was something like, no reason, or just looking around, or something like that, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, like, saying something like, just looking around...
Yeah,
is a pretty generic, like, trying to de-escalate thing.
Exactly.
Maybe it was just coincidence.
But I'm pretty sure he didn't say it with his mouth. Because I sure didn't say what I said with my mouth, because I would have been fired.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And when that happened, I can't describe the feeling. I can't describe it, but I felt really scared. I felt really scared, right?
Like intimidated, uneasy, uncomfortable.
Yeah, all of it. I felt.
Okay.
I felt really scared. I've seen a lot of spooky things. I've dealt with a lot of creepy people. Yeah. And that scared me. It just had a way about it. And he kind of unwrapped his smile, and His teeth were really, they weren't pointed. Maybe, you know what? He did, and I hope this isn't my memory filling this in, but man, his canines were like pronounced.
I mean, I've got pretty pronounced canines.
Yeah, that happens, and I wouldn't
happens.
I wouldn't say it was out of the realm of normal, but I remember just like, really, you have that too, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a devil's advocate here. Maybe homie like embraced that look, and he got them like you know sharpened or whatever.
And of course, that went through my mind, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the second time that I had seen this guy. And I just remember feeling like zapped, right? Like a bolt of electricity went through me when that happened. Because I never had anything quite like that happen to me. And since I've never had like somebody read my mind. So
and like call you out on
and call me out on it and answer me with what I really remember him not speaking. And I don't drink. I never have. I don't fucking do any sort of substances. I never have, contrary to how we sound on this show. Like I've never done any of that shit. Right. I've always my philosophy in life has always been, why would I want to be anything but 100% accountable and reliable on myself?
Right.
I never want to have the opportunity to mistrust myself. Because if I can't trust myself, I can't trust anyone. So I've never wanted that for myself. And I've always been like, okay, well, if I'm anything, I know black and white what is going on around me.
Yeah.
And I'm very conscious of that. So that freaked me out. And then the dude went away. Like he walked around, he did his normal route, went out the door. Just sauntered away. So I didn't see him for quite a while. Mm-hmm. I got moved to day shift. This is a few months later, probably, I don't know, maybe even a year later. I can't recall the time anymore. And I kind of forgot about the guy. Well, not forgot, but I kind of put him out of my mind because I just hadn't seen him in so long, you know?
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah. And it's such a big building. It's buildings. It's multiple. We have our pantry is in the basement, and this basement it's a labyrinth. It's fuck, man, it's probably a mile long. Like, I'm not shitting you.
Wow. That's huge.
It's huge because if I could show it without HIPAA, I would, because it's haunted as shit, and it's huge, and it's creepy, and it's Outlasts, but it's bigger, you know? Mm-hmm. Way bigger. So it's day shift, and I'm down in the basement getting whatever. Right. And the geography of this one matters a lot, and I hope I can convey it whilst being able to tell the story, because what happened, it has two explanations, and one explanation can't be possible. The other explanation is super improbable. So I come down around a corner, and it leads into a hallway that is essentially the mile-long tunnel that goes all the length of this like 4 or 5 city blocks that the institution is on, right?
Yeah. And
you can see way down the tunnel. And when I come around the corner, who do I see but the vampire way down there?
No. That's restricted. How did he get down there?
Well, it's not restricted. You can go down there. Well, actually, you know what? I never knew if he was an employee. I just sort of assumed because he's there at night, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I never saw a badge. So I don't know. He could fucking live down there for all I know. So anyway.
I mean, why would it not be blocked up to the public, though? Why would
it is locked up? It is locked up to the public. Okay. So he could, if he's a real person, he could be an employee, right? But I guess. But I just remember thinking, holy shit, that's the vampire. Like, I didn't even think whether or not he was an employee or whatever. I just remember thinking, there's the vampire. I haven't seen him in so long. And he is, God, how to do distance? I don't know. He's probably 10 car lengths away. Okay?
Okay.
And closing in, we're walking towards each other. There's an alcove that goes to my left, what would be his right. Okay? It leads to an elevator that we have to get to. Okay? Well, that I have to get to because I was going up to a dock to get a shipment.
Yeah.
He turns the corner. When he turns the corner, he's pretty close to me. Like I would say he's 20 feet away from me. Okay?
Yeah.
I take a few steps and I then turn the corner. Right?
Yeah.
I see, because there's two turns. It's two turns. He has to go in, and to get to that elevator well, he would have to take a right and then a left. I would have to take a left and then another left to get to the elevator well. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know that's confusing, but that it's just there's an L that you had to follow. And this hallway, the first hallway that you go into is probably 40 feet, maybe a little more. Not long if you're walking full pace. Okay, he turns and gets to that well before I do. I'm facing him. He turns right. I walk. This is probably actual time. So I'm facing him. He turns. I walk a step. I turn. I see him at the end of the 40-foot hallway before you have to take the second turn. He takes the second turn. I'm walking. I turn. He's gone. This is the part where I'm going to lose. I'm either going to make everyone go, holy shit, or I'm going to lose everyone that ever gave me any credibility.
Right. Okay.
I turn, he's gone. I'm like, okay. He got on the elevator, right?
Yeah.
He just didn't hold it for me because he's an asshole. I look up. There's a bat flying over my head, going the way we just came.
No.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No.
100%.
No.
Yeah, there is. And I'm bewildered. And not because there's a bat, because I don't doubt there's bats down there. It's not like run down or anything. I just don't doubt that animals can get down there and live because it's huge and old, you know?
Right.
But I'm just like, no way. No fucking way. What are the chances? I've worked here years and I've never seen a bat before this. What are the fucking chances of this? I hit the elevator button. It opens right up, meaning it didn't go up. The dude should be in this corridor.
Yeah, there's really nowhere else to go without...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? That elevator has to go 2 floors to the dock. It doesn't go 1 floor. It goes 2 floors to the dock. To get up to that floor, it's a big freight elevator. It doesn't go fast. To get up to that floor is probably 45 seconds. You got to do what you got to do, and then you got to send it back down. It did not take me that long to open that elevator. I know that elevator couldn't have gone up and come back down in the time it took me to come around the corner and see the bat flying back the way we came. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know, man.
I don't know what to say to that.
That's the last time I saw the vampire. That was maybe 2-3 years. Well, probably a little more now because I told that story some time ago. I would say that was 2022.
He flew away.
Yeah.
He got tired of your shit.
He did.
Wow. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I don't know. Like, I can't explain, like, yeah, I guess I can explain him as a weirdo or whatever, but man, it was just such a perfect escalation of events, you know? And then the last one being that? What the fuck?
But it feels almost like too on the nose, too cliche.
I know it does. It feels so cliche. Like if somebody were making up a fucking vampire story, this is what they would make up.
This is exactly what they would make up.
This is exactly what they would make up, but this shit happened.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know. I mean, I never saw the guy fucking transform or anything like that, but I feel like if I came around that corner a second beforehand, I would have seen something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Unless he was never even down there in the first place.
Never. Yeah, man. Maybe I saw a ghost and it just happened to be a bat.
Maybe that guy was a ghost. He never ate. You never saw him eat.
That's true. he just sugged that lady's husband, I guess, and then that lady.
Yeah. Unless they were ghosts too.
Unless they were ghosts too, which I kind of had that feeling a little bit from them, because that was weird. But yeah, dude, that's my vampire series of events, and I can't explain it.
What if that guy's not a vampire? What if he's death?
Oh shit, that's scary.
Right?
That's spooky. I don't know, man.
So anyway, if you're the vampire guy, let us know at
let me know.
thebest5minutes@gmail.com.
And
I don't know if that's our email, but
I think it is, or the best five. I don't know. I don't know. Put a comment down.
Yeah, put a comment. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're the.
Take a picture of your Spirit Halloween if you're the vampire.
Hit that bell to notify us if you're the vampire. I'm joking, because that's a trauma response. That's a fear response. I really don't know what to say. Like, you've always been a straight shooter, and you've seen some weird shit, and I've seen some weird shit with you.
Yeah.
That one is just like wild.
Yeah, dude.
It's so, and I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for this for sure, because oh yeah, Bigfoot's real. Ooh, how come you could believe this other stuff, Kendall? But it sounds so like out of a cartoon or out of a story, like you said. It's just so.
Yeah, I know. I know it does.
And even the fact that like. It's such a trope that's like, oh, where would a modern vampire hang out? A blood bank, duh, a hospital.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, just, I don't know.
I know how it sounds, but I'm telling you, there's a vampire, and he creeped me the fuck out. Like, what do you... He creeped me the fuck out. People don't do that to me a lot. There's a lot of people I don't want to be around. That's different than what this guy gave me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
What the age, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's oof. That's a little. Yeah, that's weird. I'll give it a bona fide. That's weird.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My analytical brain is trying to be like, oh, it was just some dude. It's just a coincidence. There was a bat, and, some service stairs he took or something. But there's none of that.
No.
Yeah.
I just don't know, man.
My only thing is like, other people have had to have seen him. There's security cameras everywhere.
Well,
what I mean?
The cashier saw him. The
cashier saw him, but like other people.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh, man.
And if I had access to those things, I would look. Of course, it's years ago now. They don't exist anymore. They dump after.
Is long gone.
They dump after however X amount of days.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, I'm sure, man. I'm sure that people have seen him, and I just wonder if I'm the only one besides the cashier to be like, something weird about this dude.
Right.
I don't know. Creep me the fuck out. I think about it all the time. Like, if I ever have to pull a night shift for somebody, I'm half torn between like, please let him come in and please don't let him come in.
Well, you got to keep that thing on you. You know what I mean? You got to keep some garlic in your pocket and just
yeah,
right on him.
Spray
holy water too while you're at it. Just right on him. And so, and it'll either determine that, yes, he is in fact a bona fide vampire, or it'll get you fired. Either way, interesting outcomes.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's definitely a great Sporpus story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I don't believe you. It's just... Ooh, that's a hard one.
I know, and I don't expect people to believe me when I tell them that, because I don't think I would believe somebody. I would entertain it because I like it,
Right.
But I would have a big problem just being like, yeah, okay, man.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna redact myself. I think I'm gonna for now sit in the box of I respect you and I respect that there was a weird guy and something happened, but I don't believe that he was a vampire that transformed into a bat and flew away.
Yeah, because I want to believe that too. I want to believe that too. But I was in that elevator well, and where was he?
Maybe he fell in. Maybe he fell in the elevator shaft. I don't know.
I don't understand how that could be.
Splat. There he went. Bye-bye.
I don't understand. Because, okay, we were in the basement. There's nowhere to fall. That elevator well stops there. Like, the elevator shaft stops there, aside from the service. And these elevators are like the ones that you see in, like, they're freight elevators. They have the main doors that open, and then they have the cages that open the opposite way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that you got to pull down to close.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So there's all of that hubbub to go through, too.
Yeah, that's not a subtle thing to do.
No. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell that was. And as weird as him turning a corner and then there being a bat is, and him being gone when he shouldn't have been gone, I think that weirds me out more than the bat. Than
right.
The bat being there, even though I've never seen a bat before then and I've worked there for years. Whatever. I'll just say whatever to that. What an amazing coincidence. What got me the most was how frightened I felt when I talked to him, you know?
Yeah.
Just that was what was the creepiest thing. And that feeling that I got is the reason why when I pull a night shift every once in a blue moon, I debate whether I actually want to see him or not. and that doesn't happen to me. Like, if there's somebody I don't want to deal with, it's like, fuck, okay, all right. It's not the rejection that emotion gave me, for lack of a better way of dictation on the subject, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just creepy dude.
It's creepy man. Creepus.
Yeah, man.
Creepus.
Anyway, that's my vampire saga.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's Max's The Twilight.
Max is the Twilight. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, Max, it sounds like you're not able to do ghost hunting at your workplace.
No,
I'll have to pick up that mantle for you.
I can go out and go to other places, but I can't. I wish I could because it's so scary, dude. And I know that if I wore a GoPro one night,
you'd catch something.
There would be.
That's how active it is.
Yeah, man. I mean,
whoa!
It is like 6:00 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It slowly starts to happen. You will hear the footsteps. You will hear your names getting called. You will hear the doors open and close. One time I was sitting there talking to an employee, and there's 3 chairs in this office. We're sitting there talking about whatever, you know, and this chair between us comes up off the ground, like, whoa, and goes back onto the ground. And we just look at each other. And he's like, "You saw that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I saw that."
Oh, that happened. I wasn't there for this, but something like that happened.
Yeah.
There was we've got like Marvel superhero posters and like a bunch of E.T. movie art. We have like nerd art on the walls.
Yeah.
To try to make it not look like a bank.
Sure.
By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the place I work used to be a Wells Fargo bank. Go watch episode 1 of My Job is Haunted to get the scoop on that. One of the it's like those canvas. It's like a box frame and has a canvas on the front.
Yeah.
One of those just like didn't fall off. It popped. It's like literally like kind of jumped off the wall and fell on the ground. And it's like this thing was held up by 2 nails. And the nails are still perfectly in the wall. And this thing is high up. It's like it's above the exit sign to the front door. And the door wasn't open at the time. It was just after closing, so there were no customers in the building. They were on the opposite side, over by the register, like doing the countdown for the day and all that stuff. And that just happened. And they're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And on the opposite side of the exit sign, there's an identical art piece, like same length and everything, and that one's still up there. So if it was like a vibration or something weird, you would think that both would fall off.
Yeah. Or like something,
Something. Yeah, something. So
weird.
Yeah, I think I might steal your idea because we do have a company GoPro that we like never use.
Yeah.
And I might just like one of my night shifts wander around with the GoPro on my chest and just see what happens, if anything. Or leave it in the vault for a couple nights and see if we catch anything.
I think that would be really, really good.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hope so.
All right, guys. It's getting on.
This has been Halloween Madness.
Halloween Madness.